Hi, welcome in. This is the Week 8 edition of the Philadelphia Eagles Blitz. The Eagles rallying around the underdog mantra once again after coughing up a 17-point lead and losing to the Carolina Panthers 21-17 in Week 7. Coach Doug Pederson a little testy, a little combative this week when drilled by reporters about not running the ball late in that game. The Eagles go up 17-14 late in the fourth quarter. They cost 3 straight pass plays to pick up 0 yards. They killed next to 0 clock. Doug Pederson, I think it was fair to ask him if he was confident in his running game. This was the second game following the season-ending knee injury that Jay Ajayi suffered. Couldn't get much going in this game. 24 carries, 58 yards in a losing effort to Carolina. The Eagles defense also shut Carolina out for about 50 minutes in this game. They gave up touchdowns on 3 straight drives by the Carolina Panthers. It made it look easy. 80 yards, 87 yards, and 69 yards. Cam Newton found Greg Olsen, his tight end, for a 1-yard go-ahead. What proved to be the game-winning touchdown when the Panthers forced a Carson Wentz fumble on the Eagles' final drive of the game. This week, the Eagles also got tough news. Derek Barnett, their starting defensive end, will be out for the remainder of the year. He's undergoing shoulder surgery. You expect probably Michael Bennett sees an uptick in snaps, and Josh Sweat, the rookie, could see a little bit bigger role moving forward. It's been a season where the Eagles have plowed through a lot of injuries, and given where they are, 3-4, where their hopes are, a lot of people connecting the Eagles to some trade rumors. They were connected briefly for Amari Cooper, who went to the Dallas Cowboys. They were connected a couple weeks ago to both Le'Veon Bell, LaShawn McCoy, given their need at running back. The trade deadline is October 30th. We will see if the Eagles make a move between now and then. Howie Roseman, we know he's aggressive. We can believe that the Eagles are maybe a piece or two away from making a run here. I think we'll see them do something. The question is what and when. All right, looking ahead to Week 8, a long flight to London for a 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time kickoff against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a Jaguars team, 3 straight losses. They've lost 4 out of 5 games. They're looking for answers also, and it goes on both sides of the ball here. Outscored by the Chiefs, Cowboys, and Texans. The last 3 games, all losses, 90-28. It's been a long fall from beating New England 31-20 back in Week 2. A long fall from reaching the AFC title game just this past season. A lot of similarities between these two teams. Underachievement, I think, will be a theme. Some injuries and things like that, of course, factor along the way. On the offense for the Jaguars, Blake Bortles was benched last week. Midway through that game, they went with Cody Kessler. Doug Marrone, the Jaguars coach, said that Blake Bortles would be his starter going into this week. They also traded for Carlos Hyde from the Cleveland Browns. You'll see a little bit of him. Leonard Fournette out again with a hamstring injury. This is a Jaguars team maybe looking to get back into that power run game that helped fuel this rise to where they are as a franchise. It should be Carlos Hyde and TJ Yeldon in this game without Leonard Fournette. The Eagles ranked number 2 in the NFL on run defense. That'll be a key part of this game. The Jaguars defense, a little underachievement, I think, is fair to say. The last couple weeks, giving up 40 points to Dallas 2 weeks ago was one of the big blemishes for this defense. They still have elite cornerback talent. They still have elite talent up front, some rangy linebackers. It's still a challenge to them. Statistically, not a huge decline from last season, but like I said, some breakdowns that need some explaining that the Eagles hope to exploit. All right, some storylines and some matchups to watch in this one. The first thing I think you need to be looking for is which of these franchises gets themselves up off the canvas. A key game for both of them. If either one of these teams wants to start to generate some momentum for the second half of the year, I think you can call this game in London a must-win situation. For the Eagles, it's time, I think, for the running backs to rise to the occasion. The Jaguars have played lockdown defense against the pass for the better part of 2 seasons now. Right now, they rank number 2 in the NFL in pass defense. They're significantly further down the board against the run. Can Wendell Smallwood, can Corey Clement carry the load and get this offense on schedule and scoring some points against this Jags defense? The Jags offense, too, there's a lot of moving parts here. Blake Bortles, how much of a leash does he have before they go with Cody Kessler? Will Carlos Hyde play often? Will TJ Yeldon be the workhorse? How can the Eagles stop that running game? It's a lot to watch here for both of these teams, and I think it should be a good matchup in London. All right, Eagles on the board right now is a 3-point favorite over under around 41 points. Daniel Gallen, our beat reporter, joins us to give us his pick in this game and a further look at the matchup.
Sunday's shaping up to be a big game for the Eagles. They are currently at 3-4 after Sunday's heartbreaking loss to the Carolina Panthers. The defense collapsed. The offense couldn't get anything going late. and it just left the Eagles with a lot more questions after it seemed like they'd turned the corner against the New York Giants. Key to the game this week is going to be Carson Wentz not making any mistakes against the Jacksonville defense. There's plenty of names for the Jaguars: cornerback Jalen Ramsey, cornerback AJ Bouye, defensive end Yannick Ngakoue. The list goes on and on of players who can really disrupt an offense. The Eagles have shown at times that they can keep Carson Wentz clean. Carson Wentz has had a couple games where he hasn't made mistakes, but on the other hand, Carson Wentz was sacked 4 times against the Panthers on Sunday. That'll be the key to the game, keeping Carson Wentz clean, not making mistakes against a very opportunistic Jaguars defense. I think once again it'll be close. I think the Jaguars are in a little bit more disarray than the Eagles at this point. So at Wembley Stadium on Sunday, I have the Eagles maybe getting back on track with a 21-19 win. You can follow along with all of our coverage at www.PennLive.com/Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, I also like the Eagles. I'm going to go 20-14. I don't think you're going to see a lot of points. I'm going with the under. I'm going with the Eagles covering and the Eagles getting on track here. I think in the end, there's a lot more functional franchise than where the Jaguars are. I think that makes the difference in the end. What do you have to say about it? Join us in the comments here, and be sure to subscribe to the PennLive YouTube channel. Join us all season long, PennLive.com/Philadelphia Eagles.